Oh. Excuse me, man. Excuse me, man. Oh, victory is sweet. Victory is sweet. What am I talking about? Y'all want to join in on the lap? Listen, for the last week, I've made 2 videos about this Mexican OT shit that's going on, where he basically felt like he could say nigga when they asked him, and he said, you know, he's went through the lion's den and he's grabbed the lion's head and he's been through the jungle and that's why he could say the word nigga. And he said, if anybody wants to do anything about it, let me know. Like, what the fuck you gonna do about it, nigga? Yeah. And maybe the 2 black people that were in that room when he challenged them were squares. Maybe they felt outnumbered, because ain't no way that Mexican OT was in that room by himself without anybody else, without an entourage, and he was talking that tough.
Do you feel like you could say the N-word?
I feel like I can say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. I wish there was some black dudes in here.
There are. Will right there.
And this one right here, not.
Okay, well, we're gonna use him. What the fuck are you gonna do about it, you know? And then second of all, I grew up loving these motherfuckers. I grew up fighting with them. I grew up eating with them. I grew up fucking doing bad shit with them. I grew up loving with them. You know, I got family. And it's not even about family. Even if I wasn't related to nobody out black, I mean, well, shit, it's what the fuck I was surrounded by, you know? Like, I respect people that they feel that way, and that's why I try to shut the fuck up about it.
Right.
But if you're from where I'm from, or anywhere, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? You know, it's like I done went to the jungle and earned the lion's head. You know.
I feel like a lot of people that are from Latino descent here in New York feel that same way. The Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans.
I mean, shit, y'all just, I mean, and not even trying to justify, but shit, y'all just got dropped off before us. That's all it is.
Y'all got dropped off first. It's crazy.
We from the same boat.
And hey, man, I just want y'all to know, listen. I said that Mexican OT in my previous video wasn't a big rapper. Let me get this. Let me fix this. He's a big rapper to the Mexican community. He's not a big rapper in the realms of hip hop. Right? So, because he has a big, huge Mexican fan base, I had every Mexican in the state of Texas in my comments saying shit like, it's just a word. Y'all need to get over it. Slavery was a long time ago. See, they only think that the N-word is slavery. They don't know that there's a civil rights movement. They don't know that there's a prison industrial complex. They don't know that this is still going on. They don't know that the CIA put drugs and guns in our communities. The crack era. They don't know that every time black people have started excelling and we've had black leaders, they killed the black leaders. They don't know that every time we've had thriving communities, that they've burned them down. Literally burned our black thriving communities down. Look up Black Wall Street in Oklahoma. Look up Oscarville, Georgia. They got Lake Lanier over there. They literally didn't even tear the town down. They just poured water over it. And then you wonder why everybody that goes there dies. It's a high percentage. People need to get their education up about what we have faced in America and what we're still facing. It's not just about slavery. Then a lot of them, and I'm not here to, and listen, let me say this. I'm not generalizing the Mexican community. What I'm doing is I'm talking about the people that were specifically in my comments, which I'm assuming were younger kids, because it's just like the comprehension skills weren't there. And I'm pretty sure an adult Mexican male would look at the comments and say, these people really don't, like, they're not really articulating themselves well. So I'm assuming they were younger people, right? Matter of fact, I don't even have to say anything. Let's read some of the comments. I'll give y'all a little, example. Bro, no one says nigga and means anything disrespectful by it. If you're actually racist, you would use the hard R. It's like saying homie, bro. Exactly. Why you gotta be a baby back bitch crying on YouTube over something that ain't even offensive? Nigga is a word from the hood. He said crying on YouTube over something that ain't even offensive. First of all, that is not your position as a Mexican to tell me what's offensive is and what's not. That's like if I call you a backwet. Is it my job to tell you, hey, you shouldn't take that the wrong way? No. He said nigga is the word from the hood. No, it's not. No, it's not. Now, whether you live in the hood and you see that, that's fine. But nigga is not a word from the hood. Not every black person lives in the hood, bro. There are black people who live in the suburbs. There are black people who are well off. And they all use nigga. Nigga was before hip hop. See, this is the generation of hip hop. They think that because they hear it in the music, that's where it started. People before hip hop even existed, black people were reclaiming the word nigga. Funny part is no one is going to do anything. It's a word, get over it. If it's not the hard R, who cares? If it's not said in a disrespectful way. Say what you want, to be honest. It's just a word. If someone gets their feelings hurt and tries to press you, then handle that. First vid that I watched from this YouTuber I deducted from this is that black people are the same like white people. Equally racist and insecure. You guys blame others for how inferior you guys feel the rest of the world. Now, all I did was show y'all about 4 to 5 comments. I got over 150 comments right now in my YouTube, and probably 90% of them look like this. And it's okay not to know the struggle or the sensitivity behind the word. And I get it. When you probably look at the black community from the outside looking in, you like, y'all say it. It looks cool. So why do y'all not allow other people to say it when y'all say it to each other? But this is what I think. It doesn't have to make sense, bro. It doesn't. It doesn't have to make sense because it's our thing. Everybody has exclusivity in their own community, bro. If I've seen, which I have seen, I've seen Mexican, Hispanic, Latino men saying jokes that I knew if I said, they would deem it inappropriate. Saying terminology that if I said it to them, they would be like, you're an outsider, bro. You don't get to say that. So, and y'all know that. And that's what's crazy to me, because people are willing to die on the word nigga for something. If you truly loved your black brothers that you grew up with, or if you truly had respect for the black community in general, then because it's such a controversial take and some people are cool with you saying it, some are not, I'd just rather not say the word altogether if it's just a word like these people are displaying. But, you know, that's just me. And another thing that I was basically offended by was Mexican OT saying, I went into the jungle, I took the lion's den, I took the lion's head off, that's why I'm able to say it. My whole thing is this. This is what I'm saying. Y'all equate the N-word to ghetto shit, to violence, to toughness, when that's not what it was. And on top of that, he's saying that he went into the lion's den and this is where he's from, but he got his own people that know him saying that that's not who he is at all. He's actually not like that. Swear all y'all finally opening y'all eyes about Virgil. OT, that's my kinfolk, and his dad and me fell off, but we are family. That has a real story that will come out eventually, but the boy did not grow up in the hood. He grew up in homes with money, Anything he wanted, he got. Now his dad was in prison only because he thought he was a drug dealer who did his own drugs and had one too many dumb fuck charges. He didn't even claim his son. It was not until he was doing things did his dad support him before everyone else, but his dad cares for him and his mama was in them streets with a different dude every night. Shit, I caught her with my son's dad when OT was a baby. He only got a half brother who is black because that was just one unlucky dude because she was saucing everyone. I don't mean to speak on her badly because she's dead now and because I'm speaking the truth. OT dad denied him and everyone knows but Virgil. Now you got this fool acting like he's a mentor. Nah, he's an old ass woman beater rapist living off his son when his son was never taken care of by his dad. He has abandoned all of his kids except the one making money. First off, let me say this. Rest in peace to Mexican OT's mom. I don't know why she caught it straight like that. I guess that's part of the story. But rest in peace to his mom. You know, we aren't perfect as parents. So I'm not going to judge his mom and his dad about the situation. The whole thing that I'm trying to cover is when this person said that he doesn't even come from that, because he made it seem as if he came from the trenches and that's why he's able to say it. In all honesty, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I looked up the population of Bay City, Texas. It's 48% Mexican. I think it said like 34% white, and it's 15% black, with a population of 2,000 black people. So what I will say is that Mexican OT, his community was not nigga shit. Now, I honestly feel like because old girl said his mom slept around. I don't know. His mama might have been in love with a black man, and they had a baby. They had a beautiful baby from that, a beautiful Mexican and black baby. I'm just gonna go with that. And maybe because he feels like his brother is black that he can say it, because that's how they talk to each other. And that's fine. My overall message that I've only been saying the whole time that nobody seems to be catching, especially all of the Texas Mexicans in my comments, is that you can say what you want to say when and where you want to say it, the same way that consequences can happen. Not everybody's gonna crash out. I'm 35 years old. I got a family. I got 2 jobs. I don't have time to crash out on no Mexican, white, non-black American saying nigga. I really don't. Now, I might speak up and say something if somebody tries to Mexican OT me. I'm not going for that. Nobody's gonna say, hey, what the fuck you gonna do about it and get away with it with me? Now that's a hill I'm willing to die on. But other than that, I understand that some people ain't gonna do nothing. And the other overall part is the people that are gonna do something usually are in deeper parts of the South. Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina. I've never seen anyone not really get dealt with in those states. Eventually, you're gonna meet somebody who's willing to meet your energy. Now, it turns out that Mexican OT wasn't really ready to stand on business. And we didn't even have to lay a hand on him. We didn't have to be tough with this guy. All he had to realize is that the people around him, all the black people that he thought that they were so close with him, wouldn't turn on him, wouldn't say, hey, bro, you out of pocket. They wouldn't check him. And unfortunately, that's not how it went. Somebody close to him put up a post on Instagram, and all they had to say was, I lost respect for you at Mexican OT. And he already started copping pleas and explaining himself in the DMs. And he folded. Y'all savior folded. All those people that were in my DMs. I had somebody in my live yesterday saying, nigga, I'll take the fade for Mexican OT. But he folded. How you gonna take a fade for somebody who don't stand on business? Virgil would respond to whoever tagged him and said, I lost respect for you. And I'm assuming it's his cousin, probably one of his brother's cousins, not his. And he said, I'm sorry, cousin. I felt like it was a stupid question, so I gave a stupid answer. I meant it deeper than the word, cousin. I could have said anything and I would stand on it for my beliefs. Being strong, strictly no hate or in my heart. I got a lot of love for my brother and sisterhood, man. Blessings, and I'm sorry to hurt my people. I hope you can all forgive me. Oh my God, what happened to Virgil? Oh, that boy ain't so tough when his partner say I don't fuck with you, Holmes. Ain't that what it was? Ain't that what going on? Where y'all at? He wouldn't only say that, he would come to Instagram to say this. He been fucking with me for some years. Shit fucked me up. I lost one of them. I'm sorry to anyone I've offended in any race or belief. Thank you for everyone who's still here. This just goes to prove my point that you guys, and when I say you guys, I'm talking to the people that were in my YouTube comments and the people that agree with them. You don't understand the complexity of that word. And that's fine. I'd rather y'all just say that than to try to find a way in y'all head to justify to black people who understand the context behind what we say and say, hey, it's just a word. You guys should be over it. This is that, blah, 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 blah. You don't have to explain nothing to me because it doesn't matter. Y'all could tell me right now. I just realized that somebody said, I don't even know if I should be saying it. They said something like say way or whatever. They said that's offensive to y'all. I don't even need to know the meaning behind it. I swear to God. I still don't know the meaning behind it. I don't even need to Google it. I don't need to look it up. If y'all tell me that that is offensive, then I'm not going to say it because I have respect. I was raised with respect. A lot of people weren't, especially on the internet, and that's why they get on there and hide behind the keyboard and say what they want to say because they've never been punched in the fucking mouth. You feel me? We as black people are very respectful. Y'all just see what y'all see on the news and on TV because we have been painted in a different light. People are in my comments saying, what about black on black crime? Y'all kill each other every day. As if Mexicans don't kill Mexicans. As if white people don't kill white people. As if Jamaican people don't kill Jamaican people. And we can continue to go on. We live in an American system where black people are painted to be that. It's more Mexicans in this country than it is black, if I'm not mistaken. What is it, like 15 million black people, something to that nature? So what I'm saying is, it's been examples where we are very respectful. Look at the Tyga situation. When Tyga made a video called I Caramba and he appropriated Latino culture, Mexican culture, because he has a lot of Mexican fans and he just wanted to show love to his fan base, but they felt like he went about it the wrong way and they were offended by his video. He went to the radio station. He went and talked to Mexican radio hosts and sat down and apologized, and he took the video down when he could have got monetization off of that. And he was in one of his biggest comeback runs since he came out.
I definitely didn't have any intentions to like offend anybody. That's why I want people to know. And you know, if people are offended, I really apologize. That's why I really wanted to sit with you, because I'm like, it's important to me, especially like my Mexican fan base. Like, I do a show, 50% of the crowd in California or on the West Coast is Mexican, and those are my fans. So if anything, I'm hurt if they're hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
So I'm just in it like this. These comments, this whole Mexican OT situation shows that we still have a heavy demographic, and it ain't just Mexican people. And I'm not saying that black people is perfect, but what I am saying is that black people aren't respected in a lot of communities, because that's what we're seeing in my comments. That's what I'm seeing when Mexican OT decides to seek out another black man and challenge him to do something about him saying the word nigga, because he doesn't understand the magnitude of the word. He just thinks because he has a black brother, a half black brother, who's his half brother, he thinks that he can say it. So y'all can get in my comments as y'all been doing and keep saying, yo, it's just a word, it's just that. Just know, this is just a knuckle. These are just some feet. These are just a gun. And there might be somebody who's willing to crash out when you say that. And that's it. Black people, we have to do better. I think, and I don't call for violence. I'm not saying put your feet and hands on people, but what I am saying is we got to stop being so lenient. Stop letting people in your hoods that ain't black get away with saying stuff without checking them. Letting them know the magnitude of what they saying. Do you understand? But that's just how I view things. Y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. I'm not from y'all hoods and none of that. So I'm gonna just leave it with what this brother said, and I'm out, man. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. We out, baby. Boom.
What Mexican OT did was prove there's no respect factor between blacks and Mexicans. Mexicans don't respect black people. From the fact that he said the word to the fact he said what you gonna do about it. Now, I want a black person, especially you blacks from Houston, who keep saying this is how we grow up. But you notice, you don't call them names, they call you names. They're mocking you right in your face. I want you to go on a Mexican podcast and say Ix and put the S in front of it. Wet lax and put the B in front of the lax. Beaners and put the B in front of the eaner and see what they do to you. And definitely tell them, I'm gonna say it and what you're gonna do about it and watch what happens to you. The fact that all over this country, there was neighborhoods once occupied by black people, but Hispanics have ran you out of it, shows they don't respect you. But yet you're laughing, playing like, oh, it was how we grew up. They respect us. We're friends. Yeah, y'all not friends. They're trying to get rid of y'all. Y'all just dumb.
Big Just LaFlare.
It's him.